we are a company that is specializing in developing electric turbopumps for launch vehicles. Now, launch vehicles are basically space rockets that is carrying payloads to space. And these rockets consist of 95% propellant, fuel, and oxidizers. And all this needs to be pumped into the engine and burned in just a couple of minutes. So in order to reach orbit, you need a turbopump that is very powerful, but also very late. You need very good effect. So where's that? I forgot to bring that. There it is. So the traditional turbopump is driven by gas turbines. But due to recent development in battery technology and electric motors, we have been able to develop an electric turbopump that can be placed in a small launch vehicle. Now, inherently, an electric turbopump is easier to control, it's safer, less chance your rocket is going to blow up, basically, and it's more affordable. In addition, we have developed a standardized parametric design so that we easily can integrate our technology into different kind of engines. We intend to be the first supplier of electric turbopumps for launch vehicles. But why are we doing this? Well, there's a huge growth in small satellites, as was a known topic today earlier in this conference. And this has led to a demand, because these small satellites need to be placed into orbit. So this has made a wave of commercial startups and organizations that is developing launch vehicles to place these small satellites into orbit. Right now, there are just a few operational, but over 50 are in development. Now these teams are proving that they can fly rockets, they're proving that they can launch rockets, but they lack the resources to develop the turbopump in order to reach orbit. A necessity to provide a service of placing small satellites into orbit. Our technology promises to cut the costs and cut the friction of developing a small launch vehicle. We're a spin-out of Copenhagen Suborbitals. I don't know if you guys heard about them, but they are a fully volunteer and non-profit organization that aims to put the first amateur astronaut to space, to the Karmaland. Now they are a really great example of what kind of cool projects that's going on in the new space era we're currently living in. And our first product that's going to be launched here today, its first use case is going to be in their latest rocket, the Spica, which initially is going to be the one that takes the first amateur astronaut into space. But it chose to spin out of Copenhagen Suborbitals because we want to supply this technology to all small launch vehicle developers. So this is a roadmap. The Mosquito is what we named, what we're going to launch here today. This is intended for the low end of small launch vehicles, and it's going to be in this first use case in the Spica rocket. Now the design is done, the advanced simulation is done, and we're currently building a test rig at the NTNU, at the hydropower laboratory there, to do the laboratory test this fall. And then next summer, we're going to do a full-scale engine test with the Spica rocket. And this is to prove that there's no doubt the technology works, but also to prove that there's a market fit for a technology. But we're also working on a next generation electric turbopump. We call it Sparrow. And this is intended more for the high end of small launch vehicles. This is still in the definition phase. So we're currently looking for a partner, pilot partner, that we can develop it with and for.